Pleasant late summer evening in Central Park. Residents have gathered to listen to the Cannon Valley Regional Orchestra performing a special 20th anniversary program. Under the direction of Paul Niemistow, its founder, the orchestra plays for appreciative audiences around the region, but at least once a year it performs in its favorite place, Central Park. Although most of us would say that the heart of the city is Bridge Square, in a very real sense, all of Northfield is defined by Central Park. When John and Ann North were planning the layout of Northfield in 1855, they engaged C.W. Iddings, a local surveyor. In his survey for the original plat of the town, he states that he planted and fixed a good and sufficient stone to mark each of the corners of the public square from which to make future surveys. These 4 stones not only mark the boundaries of the public square, now Central Park, but were literally the cornerstones of Northfield. Since 1855, Northfield has grown well beyond the original 360 acres platted by John and Ann North. One thing that has not changed is the lay of the land. Northfield is still a river town nestled in a river valley. It was the water power of the Cannon River that first attracted John North to the area. Within months of locating the perfect place to site a small dam, North had built a sawmill and a flour mill. The restored Ames Mill is a reminder of the days when the finest flour in the world was ground in the 16 mills that were built on the stretch of river between Northfield and Faribault. Just south of Northfield in Dundas, Minnesota, is a remnant of the famous Archibald Mill. Destroyed by fire in 1892, the ruin stands as silent testament to a time when the river was the lifeblood of the community. As the Cannon River winds its way to the Mississippi, it creates an east side and a west side of town. Although most Northfielders will tell you which is the best side of town, almost all agree that the river brings the community together. A walk on the commons on a summer evening, a little fishing with the kids, or a symbolic connection to the sea, the river not only defines where we are, but who we are as a community. And the river dramatically reminds us that we live in a natural and dynamic environment, an ecology with an ancient history that affects us every day. The Cannon River helps define where in the world we are today, but there is a hidden river, one that links us to our part of the world as it was in the far distant past. Over the last 600 million years, our location on the Earth's surface has changed dramatically. At one time, what is now Minnesota lay on or near the equator. As time passed, the continent of North America took shape, rotated, and moved northward. Over the same period, Minnesota was invaded by a series of incursions by warm, shallow seas. This, coupled with vast amounts of wind-borne sand, led to the creation of thick layers of sedimentary rock. A cross-section of the earth below Northfield shows the result. The Hinckley sandstone is over 1 billion years old, while the Dresbach, Franconia, St. Lawrence, and Jordan strata are 500 to 600 million years of age. For Northfielders, the most important layer is the Jordan sandstone, because it contains the Jordan Aquifer, a vast reservoir of water that flows slowly from south to north. Northfield's water supply is provided by 4 wells that push deep into the heart of this formation. Although the water is quite hard, it is some of the purest on the planet. Clearly, the where of Northfield is closely tied to the why. John and Ann North chose this location because of its amenities: pure water to drink, river power to run saw and flour mills, timber for construction, and rich prairie soil to entice settlers. Although the big woods and prairie are gone, the natural environment is an important part of our quality of life. The size and scale of Northfield, as well as its relationship to the river, make for a sociable community, one where we can bump into one another on a regular basis. More problematic is Northfield's location relative to the Twin Cities. On the one hand, the proximity of Minneapolis and St. Paul is considered by many Northfielders to add to their quality of life. The 45 miles to the cities is a trip that many make at least once a week. At the same time, there are legitimate fears that our small community may one day be overwhelmed by the urban sprawl steadily moving southward over the borderlands. In the meantime, we celebrate where we are in the world and work together to assure this place for the future. For the Northfield Community Video Project, I'm Paul Krause.